Welcome to the Unemployed Journeyman with Borussia Dortmund in the Bundesliga, and in today's episode we've got a game against TSG Hoffenheim in the league as we aim to try and get that little bit closer to wrapping up the Bundesliga title. And then we've got Villareal in the Champions League second leg round of 16, and it is all to play for. Welcome to the video, and this is going to be an exciting one. We've got the second leg of the game against Villareal in this episode after the game against Hoffenheim. The last time he was with me was for the games against Hertha Berlin and Bayern Munich. Our first league defeat of the season coming against Bayern Munich. Looking at the fixtures we've got left, we do have Leipzig still to play. But other than that, maybe Eintracht Frankfurt, they are up there, as are Werder Bremen, they're in sixth. But we've got a very... Bayer Leverkusen as well, can't discount those. Once we get past Leipzig, though, you've got to say we've got a pretty friendly run-in. So good results against Bayer Leverkusen and Leipzig should be enough to do the business for us with the Bundesliga. Since you were last with me, we played Wolfsburg away from home. Bear in mind, was Wolfsburg a team we hammered previously? I need to try and scroll back now. Yes, 6-1 we beat them in the previous fixture. And this time round, it was a narrow 1-0 win. They are still pretty poor in the league. They're 14th, so they're in the bottom half of the table. We got our goal on 31 minutes. Karim Konate assisted by Carnevale. And Aladdin Sahin out here on the right-hand side. He had a goal disallowed in the 92nd minute. We were the much better team. But again, 10 shots at goal. Only 4 of those were on target. It's the familiar story of just not getting shots on target, not taking their chances. And, you know, we are going to be punished for that from time to time. We got away with it here, a 1-0 win against Wolfsburg. We move on. Then we picked up another big win, this time against Mainz in the Bundesliga. They are 16th, so they're right down by the relegation area. A 6-0 win in this game, as you can see by the stats, massively we were the dominant team. They didn't even have a shot on target. We had 14, 22 shots at goal. 90% pass completion, 57% possession. We were easily the better. And there was a real story unfolding in this game as well, because Erez Levi got the first goal with a Kamiri assist. Then Konate got the second with a Kamiri assist. Then Reed got the third goal with a Kamiri assist. Then Kamiri scored himself to make it 4-0 with a Guevara Reed assist. And then we got given a penalty. And because the 4 goals we'd had so far had all involved Dijon Kamiri, I wanted him to take the penalty and to be involved in that as well by scoring it. Looked at our list of penalty takers, and he was actually the best penalty taker we had on the field at that point in time. So I left it as it is. And yeah, he missed the penalty. So I weren't too happy with that. But then Konate scored with a Kamiri assist. So keeping up 5 goals scored, Kamiri either assisting or scoring in all 5. And then Guevara Reed went and ruined it by scoring in the 88th minute without Kamiri assisting it. So I wasn't very happy with him. I was tempted to fine him, but I thought probably better not. 6-0 win against Mainz. Kamiri was on fire, 10 out of 10 rating. Then we played VfB Stuttgart, and a 2-1 win in this game. Kamiri also on form here with a goal. Konate getting the goal for us in the 22nd minute, then Kamiri in the 38th minute, both assisted by Romeo Lavia here in the midfield. They did get a goal back in the 88th minute. We were easily the better team. There's no doubt about that. We were the much better side. Their goal in the 88th minute basically just made it look a bit better for them. Then we moved on to Villareal in the Champions League. Now, I am going to show you the highlights for those in a moment, but this was such a frustrating game. I don't know really if my frustration comes over in the short highlights package I put together for you. But we had a goal disallowed from Konate in the 14th minute. Then Konate scored for a Bradley Barcola assist in the 17th minute. And as you can see here, they had 2 shots on goal, 2 shots on target. Their first shot on goal and their first shot on target was the goal they scored. Up to that point, we'd been dominating the game. We'd been getting shots at goal, some on target, some off target, only scoring the one when we really had opportunities to make it 2 or 3. And then when they got that one with their first shot on target, it just added to my frustration. We then carried on having the highlights. Even though we had less possession than Villareal, the highlights were pretty much going in our favour. We hit the crossbar from a Angelo Stiller free kick, I think it was at one point as well. And that was just adding to the frustration that I had. But then in the 93rd minute, pretty much the last kick of the game, Karim Konate scoring from a Bradley Barcola assist. It felt good to get the win. I wouldn't have had a problem with the draw because we are away from home in the first leg. I always say in any two-legged game, don't lose it. Stay in the game. If you are going to lose it, make sure it's by no more than one goal. And yeah, we take a 2-1 lead into the home leg against Villareal. I'm not going to underestimate them though, because as you can see by the fact they dominate possession, they play a very patient, passing, tiki-taka style football to what we play. And they did look pretty good at certain points, even though they weren't getting many shots away. So that's where we are at the moment. What we'll do now is I'm going to hand you over to previous me, and I'm going to talk you through the highlights package of the first leg against Villareal, and then I'll meet you over at the Matchday Centre for the league game against TSG Hoffenheim. This is very patient for Villareal, I've got to say. I'm not really sure what kind of style they have, but they do seem to be a very patient team. But we intercept through Erez Levi, who goes back to Oberle, gives it to Esteve, Lavia, Barcola, Kamiri, Levi to Konate. It's 1-0. The referee has got his hand in the air and his finger in his ear. He is going to review it. There is a possibility this could be disallowed. It is disallowed and it will not stand. It stays 0-0. So here we go with Jeremy. Goes out wide to Yankuto, but we intercept it temporarily, but they pick up the loose ball. Again, Carnevali intercepts again, gives it to Barcola, finds Konate. Karim Konate scores, the finger in the ear again from the referee. Surely it's not going to be a second disallowed goal. It's not. It's been given and Karim Konate scores. So Villareal coming forward, but we intercept through Guevara Reed to Erez Levi. Gives it to Kamiri, to Reed. Back in field to Stiller, to Lavia. Back to Esteve. Lavia again. Bradley Barcola. Erez Levi. Oh, he should have done better. So goal kick for Villareal. Playing about very dangerously close to Karim Konate there. But they're obviously very confident on the ball. But they've given it away. Stiller to Reed to Ziris. There's a nice little back heel from Stiller there, but we've given the ball away there. And Villareal can come forward in numbers. Yankuto, Alex, and that's a goal for Alex Biena, his 9th goal of the season. Villareal are level at 1-1. Right, we have a free kick. Probably be Carnevali, I'm thinking, it's going to take this. Maybe Angelo Stiller. We'll soon find out what he feels like taking the free kick, of course. Stiller will take the free kick. He's going to go for goal. And he does. He hits the crossbar. Right, highlight right at the end of the game with 2 minutes into time added on. And we have been so poor in terms of not being able to score more than just the one goal. But here we go. It's with Adilson. This will be a real sucker punch of Villareal score this late into the game. But we have the ball with Guevara Reed to Lavia. Bradley Barcola finds Karim Konate. It's 2-1. It's a deserved winner away from home against Villareal. There you go. A nice 2-1 win against Villareal. Let's move on to the first game of the episode. And I want to just show you some results that RB Leipzig have had recently, because they are starting to, well, they have fallen away really. They're level on games with us. They are 15 points behind us. They're not catching us. I'm going to say that now. On the 12th of February, they got a 2-2 draw away from home against Hertha Berlin. Bayern Munich, I was hoping they was going to drop points here. They were at home against Bayer Leverkusen. They got through the 3-2 win in the end. And that was when we narrowly beat Wolfsburg 1-0. Then we go forward to the next week, I think it is. Bayern Munich pick up a win here. We've picked up a 6-0 win against Mainz. And where are RB Leipzig? I can't find RB Leipzig. We'll get there. Did they not play? Am I being blind? Oh no, sorry, there they are. Bayern Munich got the win against RB Leipzig. I was really hoping for a draw there, as much as anything to slow Bayern Munich down, because they are definitely our nearest rivals. They've beaten Leipzig. They beat us, of course. They are on a real good run of form at the moment. And yeah, it was good to see them lose against Bayern, RB Leipzig that is. But really, we would have preferred Bayern to have lost. When we beat Stuttgart, Leipzig got back to winning ways against Wolfsburg while Bayern smashed Dusseldorf. If we have a look at Bayern Munich's calendar, you see they've drawn their Champions League round of 16 game at home against PSG. In a way, we really want Bayern to go as far as possible in the Champions League, because then it gives us a better chance of winning the league, because they've got to fit in all their Champions League games as well as the 2 league games they've got in hand. At the same time, I'd like them to go out, because I don't really want to be playing them in the Champions League. But yeah, league-wise, that defeat there was in the Champions League. It's just win after win after win. The last league game they actually dropped any points in was right up here on the 6th of November. We're now the 5th of March. So it's been 4 months where they've just won every single league game they've played. So they are in a real run of form, and they are definitely our biggest rivals. Right, let's get to the game against Hoffenheim. It's enough talking. I think I've picked the team for today's game. Just scrolling through, making sure there's no obvious admissions. Nope, that's what I've gone for. Oberle in goal, Carnevale left back, Nunes right back, Esteve and Ziris in the centre of defence, Stiller, Lavia and Freitas in the midfield. I have got Freitas back in instead of Dijon Kamiri. You might think I'm mad, but I'm planning on playing Kamiri in the game against Villareal. Shirky and Aladdin Sahin out wide with Konate up top. Let's get into it. And hopefully, we have got Carnevale as well. I think it is suspended for the round of 16 second leg against Villareal. So he's playing today with Reed on the bench, because Reed will come in for him for that game. But full focus now on the league. We need to get a win. We need to keep the pressure on Bayern Munich, who are currently 12 points behind us. With them, well, in theory, it's 11 points behind us. With them 2 games in hand. If they win the 2 games in hand, they can narrow the lead to just 5 points. So it's getting towards squeaky bum time. We could do with Bayern dropping some points somewhere along the way, but we're running out of fixtures for them to drop them points, because they've played us, they've played Bayer Leverkusen, they've played RB Leipzig. They've not got many games against the top teams left, if we're being quite honest. Right, they have a free kick, and that was tipped over the bar by the looks of it from Oberle. It's the first highlight of the half. It's been very, very quiet, really. We've had opportunities, but not in a highlights way. We've headed the ball back out towards them. They've got the ball by a box, and it's over the bar. This is a concern. We're the home team, and there's only been 1 highlight in the first half. We've had 5 shots at goal, 2 on target. Just about more possession. Well, now they've got more possession. Right, Shirky with a free kick. Puts the ball into the box. It's cleared. Shirky picks up the loose ball. Can bring it forward on this left-hand side. Puts the ball in. Freitas' shot was blocked. Here's Ziris with the ball on the right-hand side. Gives it to Gaston Nunes, who's on a yellow card. He always seems to be getting booked, that boy. Aladdin Sahin to Stiller. Lavia to Shirky. Oh, he's gone for goal, and I think the offside flag's gone up anyway. Of course it has. We're always offside somewhere along the line. Right, that was not a good first half. I'm going to thrash the fingers. I'm far from pleased. Thrash the fingers? No, thrash the hands, don't I? Or thrash my arms. You know what I mean. Right. Yeah, we need to do better in this half than what we've done in that first half, because that is worrying. TSG Hoffenheim are low down in the league. We should be winning this comfortably, especially with a pretty much first team that we've got out there. Sahin gives it to Freitas. Freitas scored. The referee's got his... Oh. Is it going to be awarded? Is it disallowed? The VAR are reviewing it. It's disallowed, and it's going to stay 0-0. I am pretty much done with VAR in this game. I know there is the option to actually remove VAR. I would love to do that, but it's not realistic, is it? So, but yeah, I think if this was a private save I was doing, I probably would just remove VAR. And they've gone 1-0 up. Of course, there's no review for that. Oh, the league's going wrong. The league is going wrong. We've lost to Bayern Munich in the previous episode. Now we're losing to TSG Hoffenheim. This is not acceptable. We cannot lose to Hoffenheim. We can't drop points against them. Right, Freitas pulls the ball back to Nunes. Angelo Stiller, Romeo Lavia goes for goal. He's hit the post now. A goal disallowed. We've hit the post. I think it was offside anyway, but right, we need to do something because Kanate is playing absolute pants. We bring on Erez Levi there, and then blimey, Ziris is having a terrible game. Reuter can come on for him, and Romeo Lavia can come off for Dijon Kamiri, I think. He doesn't usually play the Mazzala, he usually plays the advanced playmaker. Right, the substitutions have not taken place yet. Here's Ziris with the ball. Just don't give it away. Gives it to Esteve, to Angelo Stiller. Freitas, ball over the top for Karen Kanate, and he's wasted it, of course he has. Oh, we're going to have a corner. Probably won't get the corner done. No, we've made the substitutions. Nothing's happened from the corner. And we are running out of time to get this win. I mean, we're running out of time to get a draw, let alone a win. Right, we're going to go very attacking. Going to make our final 2 substitutions. And Shirky can come off for Bradley Barcola. Gaston Nunez can come off for Guevara Reed. That's our final roll of the dice. We've made all the substitutions. We've gone very attacking. We just can't score a goal. Oh, I don't want this to all go wrong. I mean, on the plus side of looking at it, as long as we qualify for the Champions League, it don't matter if we don't win the Bundesliga. It just means we can focus all our attentions on the Champions League, which is what I might be doing by the end of this game, because if we can't beat Hoffenheim, we're not winning the Bundesliga. Here's Kamiri. Esteve. I mean, can we get a goal, please? We need 2. Reuter. Freitas. Guevara Reed. Cuts inside. Still Guevara Reed. Guevara Reed has scored his 6th goal of the season. It's got us level at 1-1. At least we might not be losing today. Can we get a winner with the last few minutes that's left? 5 minutes of time to be added on. We have the ball in a highlight. Here's Kamiri. Freitas finds Guevara Reed, who's made a difference. He's been brought. That's not a penalty, but oh, couldn't you have just gone a couple of yards further? It would have been in the box and it would have been a penalty. But instead, it's going to be a free kick, and it's a bit of a pointless highlight for us, really. There you go, no penalty. Can we do something from the free kick, or is it just going to? Right, we do have the free kick by the looks of it. I imagine Stiller's going to take it. I mean, feel free to take your time. Puts the ball in the box. Reed! Oh, I thought Guevara Reed was going to score second. Right, the highlights continue. They have a goal kick. They've gone long and still got the ball, which never happens if I go long. That's why we go short. Long ball upfield. Reuter heads it down. Freitas now to Guevara Reed. He's made a difference since coming on, Reed. Here's Freitas to Kamiri. Barcola. Carnevale. Barcola! Oh, my dear God, he's hit the post. We have hit the woodwork twice in this game and still the highlights continue. We've given the ball away, though. Levi wins it back. He's coming forward now on this left-hand side. Gets it in. Freitas. No. Oh, this is so painful. Reuter to Stiller. Freitas. Carnevale. Levi! Erez Levi! Oh, the finger in the... Oh, don't you dare disallow this, ref. Don't you dare. He's disallowed it. Officially, I give up. How are we meant to win the league when the referees are against us? 2 goals disallowed. We've hit the woodwork twice. Oh, that was... What an ending to the game, though. Right, I'm severely annoyed. I'll meet you in part 2. Right, before we get to part 2, Bayern have drawn against Freiburg. That is... Oh, that is much needed. It now angers me even more in a way that we didn't win the game because we could have extended. But at least Freiburg have given us a helping hand by drawing against Bayern Munich. Leipzig did win against Mainz. This is how the league table looks. We are still 11 points ahead of Bayern Munich with them having 2 games in hand. Leipzig are now 13 points behind us, level on games. Right, we are going to get to part 2 now and the game against Villareal. I do feel a little bit better about myself. Welcome back to the video. And yeah, we're now ready for our game against Villareal in the UEFA Champions League round of 16 second leg. Having a look at some of the games that are also taking place today. Sevilla are currently 4-3 up against Benfica, but away from home. When I saw that game drawn, I was like, that can go either way. That is a really close game. Man City drew 0-0 in the away game against FC Lorient, and you'd expect them to do the job in the home leg. Real Madrid beating PSV 4-2 in the away leg. You'd expect them to go through. We're going to have a look at the results from the games that happened yesterday in game. And we've got a bit of bad news in a way, because Leipzig and Bayern are both out of the Champions League at the round of 16. Barcelona knocking out Leipzig 3-1 on the night, 4-2 on aggregate, 1-1 draw in the first leg in Germany. And then Paris Saint-Germain also drew 1-1 with Bayern Munich at the Allianz. And in the second leg, they've turned it around, or taken advantage of home advantage, winning 2-0 on the night, 3-1 on aggregate. Chelsea have put Liverpool out, 1-1 on the night, 3-2 on aggregate. And Arsenal have put Inter Milan out, 5-2 on aggregate, 3-1 in the away leg. And that means, although one English club has gone out in Liverpool, there's still Chelsea, Arsenal and probably Manchester City that are going to be in the next round. If we get through against Villareal, I would like the winner of Benfica versus Sevilla. Please and thank you, football manager gods. Right, that should be a done deal now that I've asked nicely. Let's get on to the game. First of all, we need to get past Villareal, let's be honest. And here's a team that we're going out with today. Oberle in goal, Reed left back, Nunes right back, Estevez and Ziris in the centre, Stiller, Lavia and Kamiri in the midfield, Shirky and Levi out wide with Konate up top. The few changes we made, Reed has come in for the suspended Carnevale, and Levi's come in for Sahin, and Kamiri has come in for Freitas. So let's get into it. Hopefully we can finish the job off. I'd be very disappointed if we weren't able to finish the job off after doing such a good job in the away leg. And, you know, technically, we are the better team. You'll see for yourself watching the game here as well, how Villareal like to, they've been caught out in possession there by Konate. I was about to praise them up. Here's Guevara Reed. Oh, Guevara Reed has scored again. It's his 7th goal of the season. Oh, what a signing he has been. He's on the attacking left-hand side this time. He usually plays on the right, which is not the attacking side, even though he does get forward and get goals and assists. But yeah, what I was going to say was you'll see how Villareal like to pass it around. They've had 81% of the possession in the first 20 minutes. Or 77 after 20 minutes to be a bit more exact. But yeah, you'll see how they do like to keep the ball. They're very tiki-taka style and all this sort of stuff. It's a bit like someone playing us at their own game, I must admit. But it's been very highlight free. We've only had the one highlight, which was the goal. Not much is going on by way of shots at goal. Here is another highlight now, starting with Villareal. Hopefully we can win the ball back. And we have done. Kamiri has it. Gives it to Ryan Shirky. Oh, Ryan Shirky's just giving it away. Villareal have the ball back. Again, playing it around with their goalkeeper and their defence. But Nunes wins it back for Stiller. Gives it to Shirky, to Romeo Lavia. And then he gives it away. My word, what is going on with us? Don't tell me we're going to hit bad form at this stage of the season. Because we can't have it. Levi's through. There is Levi. Oh, the referee's finger's gone up again. What are you going to do, ref? You're going to allow it? You're going to disallow it? Is it 1-0? Is it 2-0? It's 1-0. He's disallowed it. 3 goals disallowed in 2 games. 2 of them 3 goals are from Erez Levi. Right, we win the ball back again. Here's Ryan Shirky. We come forward so we can get another goal disallowed. And again, we've given the ball away, but Guevara Reed gets it. Here's Konate, and what a wasteful opportunity. Or waste of an opportunity. Right, we're 1-0 up on the night. It's 3-1 on aggregate, so I can't be mad at the team because we are progressing through. We start the second half with a highlight. Lavia gives it to Stiller. Back to Lavia to Estevez. I'd like to see us not give the ball away as often as we did in that first half. Here's Konate. Finds Romeo Lavia coming forward. The tackle comes in. It's a penalty. Who is going to take our penalty is the question. Angelo Stiller by the looks of it, and I don't think I'm going to change it either. We're just going to leave it as it is. The last time I left it as it is was when Kamiri was due to take the penalty and he missed it. So hopefully Angelo Stiller can do a better job. Right, here he goes. And number 6, Angelo Stiller, steps up, left-footed, penalty to make it 2-0 on the night, and he does. The keeper goes the right way, to be fair to him. It's his 3rd goal of the season. 2-0 on the night to Dortmund, 4-1 on aggregate. After this game, I will endeavour to bring you the Champions League draw as well. Well, we'll do the Champions League draw, because we'll get to know not only who we've got in the quarterfinals, but who we could potentially have in the semi-finals. We are effectively 5 games away, 3 rounds away from completing our mission with Borussia Dortmund and being able to move on to Mexico or Argentina. Right, I need to make some substitutions. Gaston Nunez can come off. Unai Ganay will come on, and I think I'll swap him. And I mean, it don't really matter what side he's on, to be fair. We'll leave him on that side. And then Shirky can come off for Bradley Barcola. Are we going to make one more? I think Lavia can come off and Granelli can come on in his place. He's a natural. Mezzala is Granelli. Just freshen up the legs, basically, get some energy on the pitch. What does amaze me as well, by the way, so when you click on here and you see things like struggling to meet pace of the match and whatever else, that I don't mind. But every now and then you get one come up saying, would have preferred to stay on the bench. And I look at it and I think, how is that an acceptable mentality for a footballer that they would have preferred to have stayed on the bench? Sure, you want to get on the bench, get off the bench to play some football and actually show me what you can do. That's what I'd like to think would go through their heads. But here comes Villareal now, gets across into the box. They have got a goal. Alex Baena, who I believe he scored their goal in the first leg as well. It's 2-1 on the night, as it was in the previous leg. By the way, what a name for that referee. Luis Miguel do Nascimento Teixeira. And I know I've butchered that. I apologise. Well, actually, I don't, because I'm not Spanish, or whatever name that is. But here's Barcola anyway. Gives the ball away. Villareal can come back. Are they going to get an equaliser on the night? Because I'd be most disturbed if they did. We were in nice control of this game. Again, playing it around Yankuto. I think he used to be a Man City player. But we get the ball back. Esteve now has it. Goes back to Philip Oberle. Ziris to Stiller. Kamiri. Levi. Ball over the top for Kanate. He's not offside. He's also not going to score. Is that a penalty? I think that's a penalty, ladies and gentlemen. And in case it is, I don't like having the same person take a penalty twice. So who else have we got? DJ. Oh, he missed the last time we gave him a penalty. Well, he didn't give him the penalty. He was meant to take it. Right, here we go. We're going to give him this penalty. If it is a penalty, I don't even know if this is going to be given. But I'm assuming it will be. It has been awarded. Dijon Kamiri should be the man to step up and take it now. To make it 3-1 on the night. And he's missed it. Right, Adiemi can't take penalties. Kamiri can't take penalties. We've learnt our lesson. We have the corner. Stiller will take it. Freitas is playing the next game, by the way. It don't take much for me to start hating you. Right, here's Stiller again. Ziris. Oh, Maxime Esteve with the goal. It's his 3rd goal of the season. It's from a corner as well, by the way. 3-1 on the night. 5-2 on aggregate. And we are through to the quarterfinals of the Champions League. If we're going to mess up any game, to be honest, I'd rather we messed up the league game rather than the Champions League game. So we are through. Benfica have gone through against Sevilla. Don't forget the arrangement we had, Football Manager Gods. We're being drawn against them in the next round. Man City have needed penalties to get past Lorient. And Real Madrid, wow. 6-1 on the night. 10-3 on aggregate against PSV. I do not want Real Madrid. I'm going to say that right now. Right, let's move over to the draw for the quarterfinals and the semi-finals of the Champions League. Right, here we go then for the Champions League quarterfinal and semi-final draw to be made. And what I'll also say is stick around for the end of this draw, because I've got a significant update for the league to show you as well, because we're about to play RB Leipzig tomorrow in game. We have already played the game against Bayer Leverkusen. I'll tell you all about that in a moment. Right, view the draw. Let's get into it then, all this lovely Champions League graphic. Right, we want Benfica, wherever they are, there they are. Maybe we'd take PSG, maybe Chelsea. We know we can beat Man City. I don't want Real Madrid. I don't want Barcelona. I don't really want PSG, to be honest. Do you know what? I don't, other than Benfica, I don't really want anyone. So here we go. Manchester City, first out of the hat. They will play Borussia Dortmund. Oh, we're away from home in the first leg as well. That's how we like it. We like to have the away game first. If we can get a positive result, a draw or a win at the Etihad Stadium, I'll be confident we can win that. Like I say, we've beaten them in the league and we beat them comfortably as well. But this is the business end of the season and Man City know how to step it up. Barcelona will play PSG. What a tie. Real Madrid will play Benfica. Lucky Real Madrid, seriously. Chelsea will play Arsenal. So one English team will be going out. I'm going to predict we will get either Chelsea or Arsenal in the semi-finals. So that is the draw in full. Let's have a look at the semi-final draw. Start draw. Manchester City or Borussia Dortmund. We will be at home in the first leg of the semi-final should we get there. We'll play Barcelona or PSG. I was wrong. We're avoiding the English clubs bar Man City, of course. I say we're avoiding the English clubs bar Man City. I mean, we've got them in the next round. But if we can get past Man City, we will be playing either Barcelona or PSG. The important thing is we've avoided Real Madrid. And just to make sure there's no surprises, Real Madrid or Benfica will play Chelsea or Arsenal in the other semi-final. That is our route to the final, ladies and gentlemen. Right, let's go to the competitions page of the Bundesliga and let's have a look, because we got done a favour here, because Borussia Mönchengladbach have drawn 0-0 with Bayern Munich in one of Bayern Munich's games in hand. As you can see from the table, we have got a second defeat to our name. We have lost 1-0 at home to Bayer Leverkusen. We are now 7 points ahead of Bayern Munich. They have one game in hand. They win that one game in hand, then they will move to within 4 points of us. And we've got RB Leipzig up next. If we lose to RB Leipzig, we are in trouble, boys and girls. We really are. So if we have a look at the calendar, we'll play Leipzig and Dusseldorf off camera. Otherwise, we're going to be until for the next 2 weeks getting through this season if we play in every game. Then we'll come back we'll play the first leg against Man City off camera. I'll do what I've done before. I'll record the highlights of the game and show you that. And then we'll play Freiburg, who are fifth, and then Manchester City in the second leg of the Champions League quarter-final. We really are in the business end of the season and I am so nervous. I'll see you tomorrow for Man City in the Champions League.